The Bicycle Film Festival is a rolling exhibition of movies, already in its 8th year.
Yeah, it's a great event. It's lots of fun. It's about 4 days long. And it brings out tons of bike movies and has generated a lot of excitement about bike culture and the bike community.
So how do you make a movie about a bike? Step 1, get a bike. Step 2, film said bike.
There's a lot of variety of bike movies. One film from last year was a great documentary of collected footage from, I think, the 1960s of people doing crazy things like riding bikes off of buildings.
If you're not big into the two-wheel scene, you might be surprised at how diverse it is.
For somebody who doesn't ride a bike, they might think, oh, a person who rides a bike is a community, but really there's a lot of different groups of types of riders, from like the race riders, recreational riders, to BMX riders, to fixed gear riders, and to mountain bike riders.
So the Bike Film Fest is really about getting more people involved in biking and the culture surrounding it.
Bike culture is the outcome of a thriving bike community. Everything from people coming together and designing new bikes or designing new communities around the bicycle. For example, the Bike Kitchen is a great bike community with lots of bike culture, and basically that's a center where people can go and learn how to build a bicycle or do bike maintenance.
The Bike Kitchen. It sounded like a good idea, so we decided to go see it for ourselves. Justin Vallone knows bikes.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to ride bikes a lot and, broke them a lot and tried to fix them all the time.
As a mechanic at San Francisco's Bike Kitchen, Vallone won't fix your bike, but he'll show you how to fix it.
Like what we're doing here is building, a self-empowered, self-sufficient bike community in San Francisco.
Have a bike that needs some work? Pay either $5 a day or $30 a year, and the Bike Kitchen is yours.
This part here is called the rack mount. So basically we need another one of those rack mounts. And that's pretty easy to find.
But sometimes it helps to know what you're looking for.
So let's look in the back room. I'll show you guys where you can find all that stuff.
And that's where mechanics like Vallone come in.
This is our parts storage room back here too. These are, one of our friends who's a carpenter designed this bucket rack for us back here. And so essentially what people do when they're looking for, a road bike brake lever or, an old rear derailleur or, a used cassette or a set of cantilever brakes, they can just come back here and they can take the bucket out, open it, dump it out on the table, dig through it, because so much of what it takes to build a bike out of used parts is being able to just rifle through everything that we have here.
The more someone brings their bike in, the more they learn.
And the good thing about the Bike Kitchen is that it's not really clear who's a mechanic and who's not a mechanic. Is that it's a place for people to help themselves, and so there's a real fluidity between people who are here to work on their own bike and people who are here to help other people with their bikes. And it's really easy for people to graduate from the level of just coming in to working on their own bike to eventually teaching others.
The Bike Kitchen is all volunteer, and it's thriving.
As bike culture at large kind of booms in San Francisco and across the nation, it's also the trickle-down effect of all the used stuff, tons of things that are just cast off, some things are broken and repairable, some things are in perfectly good shape, that just kind of comes our way. And so we actually do nothing to solicit donations. People just drop off stuff. The great thing about bikes is that they're empowering not only in the way that they're cheap and easy to fix, but also in the way that you can feel better, get healthier, get yourself around town quicker, and actually feel a sense of self-reliance.